Good evening, good evening, good evening. Hey, everybody. Welcome to another amazing episode of Unleashing Empathetic Conversations. Here we are again, part two of what were we talking about? Entrepreneurship, the journey, and of course, the realities that aspiring entrepreneurs face. Today we have Jasenia, founder of Her Walk Is, my girl from Long Island. Hey, Jasenia. And we have Claudia Orozco, owner of Bunimi Beauty. She is your beauty pro, right? Right, Claudia? So we are missing Christina. And Christina, we miss you and we can't wait to have you back on. She's got some things going on. And of course, we got to handle life first, right? Family first all day, every day. And we understand life happens, but we will be praying for you and we look forward to having you back on the show soon. All right. So, oh my gosh, tonight I'm so excited. Tonight's going to be such a good night. We also have a very special guest joining us a little bit later in the show. I can't wait to have her on. I'm super, super stoked. And so, without further ado, I do want to get this show started because, of course, when she comes on, I want to give her precious time and valuable time because, she is very busy, but she is going to be jumping in and, not going to pass that up. So, Jessie, can you start us with a very short, brief prayer to get this going? And
Sure.
Thank you, Mama.
No problem. Father God, in the name of Jesus, Lord, we come before you as humbly as we know how, and we just thank you for the opportunity to bring forth information to people, to just bring forth encouragement, inspiration, and anything that the people may need, God. And as you continue, God, to impress upon Liz what to bring to the people, we're just grateful and we stay humble and we stay knowing that when your hand is on something, it will always prosper. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen. Thank you, Jessie. That was beautiful. All right, ladies. So last week we left off speaking on I believe that the last part we left off on was, my gosh, we spoke about all the negatives, right? About possible biases and envy and, limited perspectives, concerns of well-being, fears of change, all those things that can happen and why a lot of our loved ones, family and friends, when we start our own businesses or when we become entrepreneurs, there's a hesitation at times to support you in your journey, right? So that's just, that's us speaking about the reality of entrepreneurs and what we face, when we're trying to get out there and, just do something different for ourselves, because there's nothing like owning your own business. There's nothing like, making your own hours and, spending family time with family, which is priceless. Right. So, we spoke about all those things and how difficult that could be sometimes for some people, while some of us have been in this entrepreneurship journey for so many years, we've gotten used to it. And so we learn that basically, it's going to happen, right? So many reasons why family and friends may kind of hold back from supporting us when we're on this journey, whether it's fear of change, fear or the uncertainty of our time, not being available to them, or not being available, period. What else? But, and then of course, other health, all these things. So while that's what we spoke about last week, and we did leave off with that, we were also jumping into how they can help us, right? And how it doesn't involve money all the time. So that's what we're going to take off on speaking of today, how our loved ones and friends could help us. And I think we spoke about that as well a little bit on that. Oh yeah, we did actually. We did touch on how they can be actively listening to us, how they can encourage and emotionally support us, right? Offer words of encouragement, praises of our efforts, acknowledgments of our achievements, things like that. They could also take time to listen so that they can understand, why we're doing what we're doing, all of that. And provide practical assistance, like offering skills, expertise, connections that could benefit our businesses, right? Help us out in any way if they wanted to, and it wouldn't involve any money, right? But everybody wants to make money, so we also talked about how referrals, oh, I get it, it's all good. If you don't, if you can't join, if you don't want to join, if you can't, whatever it is, it's totally fine. But we understand that, and so there's the referral part of the business, right? Where hey, listen, all you got to do is refer, right? And so even that is just supporting us. Give us a like, post something on our posts, comment. Simple ways that don't involve spending any money, just something to help us along the journey. And then so today, what I want to start off with was, oh my gosh, what did I do here? Oh Lord, I don't know what I did. Hold on. Okay, so let's just go right into or even sharing our networks. Yeah, of course, share, and by the way, speaking of share, please share this with somebody, because somebody out there probably needs it. And of course, we have a very special guest, so we don't want anybody to miss out. So thank you for your likes, thank you for your subscribes, and please share. So today let's talk about by understanding the area, aspiring entrepreneurs often desire the support and engagement of our family and friends on their entrepreneur journey. While it may be challenging to rally their support initially, there are several proactive steps entrepreneurs can take to encourage their loved ones, to actively engage and support their endeavors. And we did speak on that, right? But there are other ways like showcasing progress and milestones. We did talk about sharing our impact or the impact, seeking, we spoke about all these things, educating and informing. Oh my gosh. Hey, I don't know. There's so many other things out there, but Jasenia and Claudia, I want to pass it on to you guys and see what you guys have to say about that area of, the support, because I think that's where we left off last week. So I kind of want to that.
Okay, I can definitely jump in here, especially now that it's summertime.
Mm.
So one good way that family members and friends can support us that are in this entrepreneurship journey, different opportunities. We're in different opportunities, right? Uh, Say that it's okay to utilize your space, whether it's your backyard, right? Maybe we can have a nice gathering, a barbecue, and you can allow us to bring what we have to offer to not just you, but the people that are connected to you. We'll make it friendly and we'll get to mingle with people and get to know people, not in an aggressive manner. We're not looking to shut anything that we have to offer under anyone's throat. We're looking to create an experience for people. If it's for them, it's for them. If it's not, it's not, right? And then what happens at experiences like that is, even if it's not for an individual that was there present, they've been fed the information, they've been brought something that they never heard of before. And while they may not make a decision that day, they will take it home with them. They will ponder on it. They will ask their friends and their families, hey, listen, today I heard about some information and I don't know, I'm kind of thinking about this thing. I might have some questions, and leave it to them to ask the questions to us. So that's one way for me. I love when someone says, hey, yeah, come to the house or whatever. Come to my space, come to my place of business. We have friends and families that own businesses, whether it's hair salons, barbershops, different things that we can bring the information to you and do it in a very friendly manner. So for me, that's one way, especially now that the weather is really nice.
Absolutely. Those are some very good points. And I agree, man. I mean, right now in the heat and all of that, nobody really wants to be indoors, right? Unless it's too hot outside and you want to sit inside in the AC. But let's have a good time. Let's enjoy the weather. Let's get some vitamin D. That, like my husband says, vitamin D all day, every day. So Claudia, share with me, please, your thoughts on that and how you think that, we can encourage our loved ones and friends to support us as entrepreneurs in our journey.
I think that I will continue to emphasize on the moment that you share it Let it be natural. Don't go there. Let's say, for example, if you're going to a family gathering, right? And I don't know, it's somebody's birthday. By the way, today's my mom's birthday, so feliz cumpleaños, mami. If you're watching. So today's her birthday. But say, everybody's together and don't go in there with an agenda of, okay, the whole family's gonna be here. This is my chance. This is like what I'm gonna go do. No, just don't mind the background noise because my kids are like, okay. So yeah, just go there and talk like you normally do. Engage like you normally do. Because what's gonna happen is if you go there with agenda, with a plan, like, okay, I'm going with my spiel. The moment I sit down, hey, everyone. So no, just let it flow. Just let it flow. Like everybody asks, hey, so how are you doing? How's work? How's the kids? How's the family? Well, you touch on everything else. Once you get to the work part, that's your chance, I guess, to say, hey, yes, it's going really good. This is what I'm doing. This is what I'm doing different. If you see it like a side hustle, I stopped calling it a side hustle because it's really not like a hustle. We're not, you could call it a part time if that's how you view it, but you could call it like this is my other business that I've added on to that I'm doing. Exactly. Exactly. So it's like, okay, this is what I'm doing, da 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 da. And then the questions are gonna come. But don't start being like, like, okay, like you remember the back in the days, like those shows with the guys with the trench coat and like, and this is what I have, and this is what I have. It's like they were like, all right, we're not gonna invite her to the cookout anymore. Like she's uninvited. She's not invited to the carne asada anymore or to the vegetable asadas because I'm vegan. So it's like, no, you're uninvited. So, just let it run, let it be. You have to be natural. Be yourself. If you need to think like, I need to be natural, I need to be this, I need to be, you're already going in there with something. Just be yourself. It's your family, it's your friends. Let it, yes. And if the questions come, just let it, keep it coming, keep it going. I will say this though, because let's say, for example, you are a product of the product, right? So I'm in beauty. I walk around with my makeup. I mean, sometimes I'm like, whatever, right? But if they ask me about like nutrition stuff, like you're gonna see me how I eat, and that's just me always. So if anybody asks me a question on that, all right, cool. Now, if you do have product, let's say for example, I don't know, let's say Yesenia, you design hats, baseball hats, right? And it's sunny, we're gonna be sitting outside. You better wear your product, because how dare you have a brand and have something that somebody needs, like a hat, and then you're wearing something else, like, excuse me, what are you doing? Exactly. Or let's say I have my own brand of lip glosses, but I don't wear my own lip gloss. Exactly. So that is the only thing that I will say. You are your product, I would say. Like there are times that you are, because it doesn't define who you are. But yes, if you're gonna be wearing it, you're advertising yourself. Like if I'm gonna be hanging out, like I'll wear my shirt, it's like, okay. So in this case, it's yes, carry yourself. If I do lashes, I do brows, I do, so if I'm gonna go out to a party, guess what? My makeup is gonna be done.
Right.
If exactly. So if I'm doing hair, my hair is gonna be really done. This is me. This is what I present myself. So that's my recommendation.
You're a walking billboard.
Exactly.
You are a walking builder. Well, yeah, you're a builder of your own brand and you're a walking billboard of your own brand, right? So most definitely, that's one way also you're supporting yourself, right? And I always talk about that. You are with you more than anyone else is with you. So first and foremost, support yourself, believe in yourself, and do what you have to do. Don't let the noise get in the way. You have to shut off that noise of the non-supporters and all of that, because not everybody's going to support you, and that's okay. That's so okay. you know I do want to say though, I mean, the points that you guys made was amazing, because truth of the matter is that being an entrepreneur is a people business. right? So you're going into this anyway for the people, and you're doing it because you love people and you help people, right? So first and foremost, connection is most important. I, for one, I'm I'm a little bit of the raw truth, real, whatever you want to call it, where I just come in and I'm like, yeah, this is what I do, but I care about you first. Like if I'm not helping you, then I'm not servicing you. You know, if I'm not helping you, then I don't love you. That but being an entrepreneur is a people business because I mean, first off, you start working for yourself, but whatever it is that you're doing, of course, you're doing it for others. So, yeah, be natural because why are you going to go in with an agenda when the first thing you should be doing is connecting with people anyway, right? So that's first and foremost. So those points, extremely valid points that you guys made, and I love it. Love it. Very valuable. Hey, Uncle Junior, want to just give you a shout out. Thank you for joining us today. We are so appreciative of you. You know for sure I am, because you gave me the wings to fly. And my wings just knocked over a water bottle. And Bibi, beautiful girl. Oh my gosh, so great to see you here. I love you, girl. And well, yes, of course. I always extend the invite. It's always on Facebook, everywhere. Join in, jump in anytime. We're always live every Saturday, and I'm glad to see you here. One of my longtime friends, and I love her dearly. Oh my goodness. So vitamin D is important, but Uncle Junior thought that was funny. Not for nothing, but we all do need vitamin D. Wings. Yes, you gave me wings, not barbecue wings. You gave me wings. You set me off on yes, he helped me with this platform, and I got to give him kudos for that because, it's deserved. It's deserved. I appreciate it. It means the world to me. So thank you. Back onto the topic that we were discussing. So, setting boundaries. I'm curious about this one. Okay, I really, 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 really am. So I don't know what I did here. I separated something, so I kind of lost myself in the process because I clicked on something, made it separate, and I doubled it somewhere else. But I want to read this part about the setting boundaries. Establish clear boundaries and expectations regarding your business and your personal life. Make it clear when you need uninterrupted time for your work and when you're available for social engagements. Setting boundaries can help your family and friends understand the importance of respecting your entrepreneurial journey while still maintaining personal connections. Wow. Now I love that. I wanted to address that because and I think I mentioned it last week, and we did talk about it, right? One thing I never do is mix family and business, friendship and business. It's no, like I just don't mix that. You have to know there's a fine line in the middle of everything. I love my friends and I love my family. And there's one thing I would totally despise is losing family and friends over business. So I don't mix that. My business is my business. My family is my family. My friends are my friends. Um, and I know that, yes, and we are talking about the support and non-support and all of that. But that's where, that's why we don't really push on that when it comes to family and friends, because we don't want to lose that either. Those are valuable. And as far as setting those boundaries, though, it's very important to early on set those boundaries because some people don't know how to work through those relationships, unfortunately. It's a quick assumption of, but you're my friend, but you're my sister, but aren't you gonna hook me up? Like, let me pass it to Claudia first, and then just Sonia can jump in on that because I know they both have some amazing Amazing points to make.
All right, so the setting boundaries part, that is really big to me because in the beginning, there was a lot of, instead of being in the studio, I would work from home, right? So if I didn't schedule a client to work with them physically, I was working the back part of it, the administrative part of my business. And I was like, all right, so I don't need to be in the studio, I could do it from here. But because I'm here physically, family, friends would think, okay, she's home. She's like doing nothing. Hey, and then my phone started blowing up, just like, what's up? What you doing? Or hey, do me a favor and do this and the other. And I'm like, hey, wait a minute. So although I'm here, I'm working and I'm busy. It may not seem like it. I may be walking around in my pajamas, but I'm busy. Like I need to work. I need to put this in. Um, so I want to extend the boundaries even further, not just on your families and your friends and your business associates or your clients or whoever, but also with yourself. Give yourself that as well. Understand what your working hours are. Because we will tend to lose ourselves in that. Because we give time for the business, we give time to the family, we give time to the friends, but where are we? Where do we fall in that? And then this is where we're like, I haven't slept in days. I don't remember the last time I showered. I don't eat anymore because it's just like, no, no. How is this business going to be successful if you're not okay? You're running yourself out of, your health, your energy. You need you, right? You need you first. So yes, your family's gonna love you and care for you and understand, okay, she's working. Your business, your clients are gonna say, okay, these are the hours. But then if you bring it home and you continue, you're not giving yourself that boundary as well. Also, I am very big on like, I have my family days. Family days are family days. Like I cannot, I do not want to mix anything else. Why? Because my children are still, they're not very, very little, but they're not grown yet. They're 12 and 13. And right now, listen, even if I'm here and like right now, it was like, okay, like right now, like we get out of the whole bunny me time, right? So bunny me is like, all right, I work until like 4 o'clock. But they know I'm like, all right, I'm gonna go on a call at 7. But even though we're here, they understand, okay, mommy's working. She's here, but she's working. But now imagine if you don't like if you say, oh yeah, this is family time, but I'm gonna be working, or I'm gonna be on the phone, or I'm gonna be this. You're there present, but you're not there. So to me, it's like I'm gonna be active doing something. Like, what are we doing? Are we watching a movie? Are we staying at home? Are we just lounging around? Are we whatever it is that they want to do, we'll do. Even if it's just like, all right, let's just chill in the living room and watch TV. All right, but that is their moment. So, just make sure you understand like where everything is, including yourself, include yourself in that.
Perfect. Just
Yeah, that's right. So me and Claudia are on the same page because I listened to what you read, and then I know that you tapped into families looking for discounts, but that's not where I was when I read what you shared. And to piggyback off of what Claudia said, because I don't want to repeat what she said, setting the boundaries between your friends, your families, fun time, personal time is super vital because we're supposed to be working our business. Our business is not supposed to be working us, right? So when I was mentored, when I first started the opportunity that I'm in, I was mentored by a phenomenal woman, God bless her, who I still have access to. And one of the things she taught us was to break our day down by an 888 cash calendar. And we broke our days down 888. If you didn't sleep 8 hours, then you compensated for the difference in some way, whether it's, let's say you slept 6 to 7 hours, that other hour could be for someone that's into meditation, into prayer. How are you personally managing your time where everyone is getting the best of Liz, the best of Claudia, the best of Yesenia, without us leaving Yesenia, Liz, and Claudia out? Because we tend to give so much of ourselves because we're, especially as women, right? And not to minimize the power of men, but as women, we're like the octopus in our families and in our friendships, and we tend to reach out to everyone, and everyone wants to be touched by us. If they can just get a little bit, they're happy, right? But then we exhaust ourselves, and we're trying to work a business and build a team, and we see the vision, and we know it's going to work, and we're putting all of our energy into it. But what are we really doing but exhausting ourselves as we're building? It is so important to have a quality of life while you're on the journey of entrepreneurship, that you don't get so caught up. And I think we may have touched this before. It could have been in a power hour that I held. We have this goal, right? We're in this journey of entrepreneurship. A lot of us come in because we have a vision. We respect what we've been presented, but we have a personal life vision that this happens to contribute to. This can help me get there faster, because I can do it by myself. But if I have this group of people pushing me to go further, I can see it. But it's so important to enjoy the journey while you're going. Don't forget to enjoy the journey while you're going. The ugly, the tears. We talked about that last week. The sleepless nights, but just enjoy every part of it. Enjoy your children. You know, my kids are older, but my twins, especially one of my daughters who's very attached to me, when it's our time, it's our time. And she gets very annoyed with me. Like, Mom, are you going to watch this movie with me? Or are you going to be, just let me know. And it's a wake-up call. Like, you know what? No, this is her time. And I have to put the phone up. When you talked about that, Claudia, and it's so important, because I did my Zooms. My team already had me. I may have did a training, or I may have, inspired people on Power Hour, or whatever it is. It's like, okay, Ma, you gave them energy. It's our time now. So setting those boundaries around everything will make us just quality people in general. And we'll be able to really, really infuse our business while infusing our relationships all the same. And our friends and family, when we set those boundaries clearly, they won't take offense to when we don't have time to do something, or we can't be somewhere because we have a goal to meet, right? Because we've set those boundaries. So I think that that's so important to let them know, listen, I have a goal right now. We're working on this. You may not see me for a little while. I may not be able to go to every event that you invite me to, because there's an end goal in this. And then you let them know, I promise you, if you respect this little process, you're going to be so grateful later when you see what comes about of all of this. So
I wanted to add what you said. Okay, so that reminded me of my day today. So last night blurring into today, literally, like last night blurring into today. So last night, last night, Liz and I, we went to an event, and it was in Brooklyn. Now those who know New York, we have the city, we have Long Island. That's New York for us. But then there's the other New York, the upstate, that is us, Long Island and the city, right? Okay. So, we drove out there. It's a bit of a hike. Drove over there, stayed there, had an amazing time. Then I came home, and it was probably like 12:30-ish, 12:45, something like that. Mind you, I had like a full face of makeup, red lipstick, everything. And now, ladies, trying to remove the red lipstick, and then doing the whole skincare routine, right? By the time I was done, and then I woke up my husband, because I was chatty at that time. Not. So I was like, hey, so da 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 da, and I'm talking as I'm doing everything. By the time it was time to go to sleep, it was like 1:30. Mind you, I had to wake up at 3:30 in the morning, because I needed to get up again, put it all again, so I can go and take care of my customers at 6 in the morning for their makeup. Then the day went on, and then I was like working, working, working. And then I was like, all right, boom, stop time. Now it was my daughter time. She was like, I want to get a pedicure. All right, come through. And there it was, she was getting her pedicure. I was sitting like, but I'm here. I was like, what? And then I was like, so, trying to make conversation. And she, talking to the girl doing her feet. We were talking about her 8th grade dance. It was just like a little bit of everything. We were talking about everything. And then I was like, you know what? By me sitting here, I was like, let me do my hair as I'm here. So she had a straightening iron. So I'm here like straightening out my hair. Like, everybody's doing something. I came home, and I knew I didn't have enough time to sleep. I only had like, 3 hours? And I was like, girl, if I'm gonna function, I'm like a phone. I'm like, if like your phone, you exhaust your phone, and then in the middle of the day you need to be exact. That's me. I'm like, I need a power now. I'm like, I don't understand why some people are like against it. Not me. I function better when I'm recharged. So I need to recharge, even if it's like 30 minutes. I can't tell you 10 or 15 minutes. Give me at least 30-minute nap and I'm good. I'm refreshed. I'm up and let's go. And then it was time for my live shot. And then I was up. I was like, I'm back again, and there I was again. So that's the thing. So it's all about like catching up. Like I did a little nap. I did a little bit of this with my family. It was just like, but yeah.
Let me tell you, you are so much better than me. When I tell you I was shot, I wish I had my bottle of Alive already because I was missing it this morning. I was so missing it. I'm like, oh my gosh. Well, I'm still recovering. It was such an amazing event. Oh my gosh. I was so excited with a bad headache. And I was like, woo! My nephew was like, I didn't expect that because I had a headache. But it was such a good event. And oh my gosh, I can't wait. And you guys, man, I tell you, amazing, amazing points. So you both touched on great points as far as the boundaries. I touched on a different type of boundary, but we did talk about that last week. Yeah, we did, right? We did. We talked about it. But it's true. That's one of the boundaries. You don't mix friendship and business and family and all of that because, half the time it's like you got to live too. You're an entrepreneur, right? This is how you make your income. This is how you support your family, your household, how you pay your bills, like anybody else that works a full-time job, right? And if they don't respect that, that's like, okay, how can I make you understand that we're friends, we're family, but this is how I pay my bills? It's like your full-time job. Would you like it if your boss said, I'm sorry, but do you mind if I pay you half today and half next month? Because, I mean, the company has bills to pay. So do I. And I got kids to feed. I mean, understand that. So it's the same thing when you're running a business. This is what you're doing. You're doing it because you want to work for yourself, but you can't cut yourself short. Value your time, value your knowledge. We spoke about that last week as well. It is extremely important. This is your job, your business, but your job. And so it's important for everybody, boundaries to be drawn there because everybody needs to respect that as well. Now, I speaking of, Claudia made a good point too, even though we're home, we're working. And that is such a valid point because let me tell you, I have my full-time job, which I love. I do. I love my full-time job. And today's my 4-year anniversary. Whoop, whoop. I love it. I love it. I'm celebrating. Yes, 4 years with DoorDash. I am so excited. I love that company. And I will say I work from home, right? And I work 8-hour days. I have an office all set up, as you can, I don't know if you can tell in the background, but I have an office all set up for work, right? And I don't see my family at times unless they come down to bring me a snack or unless they have a question. But yeah, no, that's one thing that they have learned to respect is when I'm working, I'm working. Now, my own business is a separate side. But because I'm not in my office where I work remotely for my full-time job, there's a different, pull. I can't, like, yeah, that's another part of your own business is still your job. Now, there's this thing called time management and scheduling, that's part of what we need to do as well. And oh man, do I lose myself in that part? I really do. I'm an organizational freak. When it comes to organization, it's literally, I am so detailed, so organized. But when it comes to time management and my scheduling, ooh, I need help because between my full-time job, me trying to build a business and, and then obviously family time or whatever, I mean, all of that, it does take a toll, right? It does take a toll. And you see, I can have a headache. I can be not feeling well, but I always know how to put on a happy face and show up, you know? And that's another part of being an entrepreneur is you work for yourself. You don't got sick days. You don't got vacation days. You need to make that money and you got to show up. But you got to enjoy those moments too, good, bad, and ugly, right, Jasanya? You just mentioned that. Those are the experiences that build, right? And so, wow, I mean, I really, 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 really am enjoying this conversation. So let me just see here. Just seeing if my special guest is ready to join us. Okay, so I know you guys hear me typing, right? All right. So that was that those were some good points. I really enjoyed that real understanding. Now being patient and understanding, right? Setting boundaries, but being patient and understanding, like recognizing that support may not happen overnight. Family and friends may need time to adjust. And we talked about that family, work life balance or family business balance or those boundaries, right? But family and friends may need time to adjust to your new role as an entrepreneur, to fully grasp the value of your business. So we have to be patient, understanding, and willing to address any concerns or reservations that they may have along the way.
I have to add, very, very recently, um, I had that part of like, remember when we touched about I'm concerned, I am scared, I am this, I am that. We as entrepreneurs also have to understand is their limitations, and please don't take this, anyone don't take it the wrong way. The limitation is of the vision of anything, right? So I had made a comment on this huge project that is developing, that it's actually a done deal that will happen next year. And when I shared it, it was like I'm here like and da 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 da. And oh my God, like, but why? And I was just taken back, and I'm like, I was like, you know what? I figured I'd even mention it. I was like, as long as my husband's supportive, my children are supportive, I'm not asking for permission. This is something that I am doing. I'm just letting you know before, because you will see the announcement, you will see the flyer, and I don't want you to be the person to be like, when did this happen? You didn't even mention anything, you know? So it's like it did get me. I guess ego stepped in, and I was just like, how could you not support, you know? But you're taken back, and you have to understand it is a completely unknown of everything. It's those who won't get it just won't get it, and you have to accept that. Even your moves, even your big moves, like our goals, our individual goals should scare us. They're like, "Ooh, I'm about to," now imagine if they scare us, how does like your loved ones feel about them, now it's like even bigger. So, but one thing is for you to be like, I got this though. I got this. Don't worry, I'm good. No, I'm worried about your safety. My safety is good. No, but I'm worried about your well-being. My well-being is great. Do this. Stop worrying, because now you're putting that energy in there, and now you're getting in here. No, no. If anything, wish me well, pray for me, and just send me your good vibes, and that's it. I don't want you to hold on to the whole like, watch if something happens, I told you so, just because you want to get that out there. No, exactly. So don't, just be like, okay, I wish you well, and that's it. So so yeah, it's more of like don't let that get to you, don't let that get into your head, don't let that get to you here. I did raise my voice afterwards, but then I was like, okay, calm down. And I was like, you know what? let's just leave this. And it is what it is.
I was muted. Okay, so I said awesome. Yeah, no, those wow. And I'm going to touch on that in just a moment. BB says practicing emotional intelligence is key. It helps keeps us on our toes. Yes, because we also have to learn how to manage those emotions, especially when we are surprised by somebody else's lack of support or whatever, you know. It's important because we also don't want, like, if they get in their heads and then they get in our heads and then it's affecting our production or how we go forward. And it's such a good point too, because I could tell you, um, just because somebody else doesn't see what you see, that doesn't mean it's not there. Just because somebody else doesn't have the vision, and we spoke about that, your vision is your vision. Not everybody's going to see what you see, understand what you are doing. No, this is yours for a reason, because it was meant for you. It's not for everybody, right? Those who are there, who love you and, are going to support you, and those who are afraid, or whatever it is, listen, like Claudia said, that's okay. And no offense taken. It's understandable. But at least, just like she said, wish us well, right? Because it's a journey. I know for sure that the most recent jump I did, a leap of faith, right? Blindly, I just jumped right in, not knowing what I was getting myself into. And without the passion, because I didn't know what I was getting myself into. But as I listened to the people surrounding me, something grew in me. And as I worried about something in my personal life, I had a vision. And that vision was mine. And it was literally, I was envisioning me. And those words came to my head while I was sitting there listening to David last night as he spoke. David, what is it? Emonitier. Okay. Okay, she'll be here shortly. She is currently in a scene. Okay. Ooh. So, okay. So she's like, don't hate me. I'm like, I don't hate you. She's like, I'm literally filming a scene. So she'll be here shortly. She's in the middle of a scene and then she can't leave that. So I want to say that, like, as David Amonite spoke last night, I wanted to be like, David, can I have 5 minutes? I wanted to ask for those 5 minutes because he literally spoke on something that I resonated with, because everything just kind of fell into place like a puzzle piece. And I realized it may not be for everybody, but this may be an opportunity that was presented to me at the right time for the right reasons, for a purpose that I'm going to serve. And I knew that because while I was not focusing, but thinking about something personal in such a time as this, I had a vision that involved me and that opportunity. And as he spoke about envision you, I literally said, envision me. I had a vision. That's my vision. So just because somebody else doesn't see it does not mean that it's not meant to be. Not everybody is going to see what you see or believe.
I would like to recommend something to those who are watching and and there are the supportive friends that are like, all right, tell me about it. My suggestion would be, if you are going to be that supportive friend, be supportive all the way. Not just, okay, tell me about it, but you're this the whole time, like, okay? Because now you're just like, you're not being 100% supportive. Give this person that respect to just be, okay, let me put everything that I think about this just to the side. I'm going to listen to my friend, like actually be attentive and listen. Because if you're already sitting there giving your friend or your family or whoever it is your time, make it worth it. Actually sit there, pay attention. Even if it's not for you, even if you listen to it and it's still at the end, you say, you know what? Thank you. I think you did great. This may be great for you, that you're going to do fantastic. It's just not for me, but thank you so much. But still, you went in there with at least an open mind and not just sitting there like, because you already, your energy, your mind is already, just closing off to everything. So wait, I can't talk and then read it. I'm like, hi, I get distracted. But yes, be that supportive friend all the way, all the way. You're gonna sit there, you're gonna listen. Your mind is not gonna be like, because you imagine your friend is starting something new, right? He or she is so excited to tell you about this, but the whole time you're just looking at them with judgy eyes, ready to say something negative. With every point that you're gonna say, you're like, and I found this, and you're just like, mm-hmm, mm, mm. And then you're looking at your watch, you're looking at your phone. That's not being supportive. That's not being supportive at all. But yes, that's my tip. If you're gonna be there, be there. Actually be there.
Amen. That was good. That was good. I actually had just posted this. I thought you would read it, but I know you got distracted. Sorry. I was saying, and she said it, active listening is so important. Take the time to actively listen to the entrepreneur's ideas and challenges and aspirations. Show genuine interest, ask questions, and provide non judgmental space for them to express. Oops, sorry about that. Express their thoughts and concerns, right? And BB says, agreed. Sometimes we just need a listening ear and nothing more. It's like somebody who needs to be heard, somebody who just needs somebody to talk to. Sometimes they're not looking for advice, they're just looking for somebody to listen to them, right? It could be you, it could be me, it could be anyone. But that BB shares actually, it's a general like business in personal, no matter what it is. Sometimes it's a simple listening ear. That is the most valuable thing you can give somebody at times, is just listening, actively listening. Listening and hearing are two different things, right? Jasanya. You know what? Jasanya. I can't hear you. No. Oh. Try again. No. Oh no, the volume's gone. Oh. Oh. So the Uncle Junior says he's listening now. Oh man, what's she got to say? Try it in at least. This guy. So Uncle Junior, you are an entrepreneur as well, aren't you? And those of you share. Okay. All right. Understood, Jasania. Thank you for sharing. But Uncle Junior, you are an entrepreneur as well, right? I know you have your full-time job and you also are an entrepreneur. Okay, yes, ma'am, I understand. Yeah, I may end up, I know, I may end up here with Dr. Sheeny by myself, but it's okay. She's busy. I respect that, but whatever time she's going to give, I'm going to be there for her to give it. So she'll be here shortly, and no worries.
No, and no lie, whoever's tuning, trust me, you do not want to miss Dr. Shanita Foster. Like, you
Right.
really want to hear what she's going to say. You really want to feel her energy. That's how, like, I can just tell you, this is one of those opportunities that she's taking a moment from what she's doing professionally to go in here and talk to you guys, but we all have like different timing of everything. And listen, those tuning in and those watching live, and even those who are going to replay this, you don't want to miss this. You do not want to miss this.
Don't want to miss it. No, you don't want to miss it. She is such an amazing lady, and even when you two ladies have to hop off at 8, because of course you have other engagements, and with all due respect, everybody has a life to live, and so they've got things to do, which I respect as well. And just tune in on your phones. You don't want to miss her speaking, not at all. Because she is going to be here soon, and oh man, she is. Let me just say, yes, networking is vital, absolutely. Okay, yeah, no problem. So I'm listening. Okay, so Uncle Junior, I am too. He says, I am too. It's a process. It is a process filled with a lot of learning. Yeah, it's a process. Being an entrepreneur is a process. A lot of learning, a lot of self-discipline. Because of course, even when you're working for yourself, it's self-discipline. You set your hours. You gotta work your hours. You gotta work your business. If you don't work your business, you're not gonna make a living. So it's about putting in the time where time is due. And I know one of you mentioned it, maybe Claudia. But as an entrepreneur, when you have kids, your kids see what they live, what you live, right? And so I remember when my husband and I got into the real estate investment, and I ran a real estate investment, real estate investors meetup group, for it was called the Wolf Pack, Tri-State Wolf Pack. But that's for the Wolf Pack that I'm a part of, which is in Texas. But I ran it for those of the investors that were out here, like hundreds of them. And I brought my kids with me when they were younger. So my kids grew up going to these meetings with me for 3 years straight. And my kids grew up going into houses and looking and seeing what we had to fix, and all of that. And they literally, my son eventually was like, you could do this, you could do that. Oh, we could make this color. Like, my son got into it as well and became a little entrepreneur himself. And that's the other thing, that my kids grew up watching me this way. And so my son can't see himself working for anybody else. My son has an entrepreneur mindset, and he's 15. He grew up with an entrepreneur mindset. The boy already thinks about how he's going to build. He does not want to work for anybody else but himself, And my daughter, my 23-year-old, the same way. She has had jobs, but she can't see herself working for anybody else. She sees herself running the show herself, her own show, her own business. And she's an entrepreneur, and she works as well in her job. But that's your kids, they learn what they live. And literally, my kids are seeing the value of being an entrepreneur versus working for other people. I personally don't mind what I do because I love my job, and it's so rewarding because I'm helping people, and it's a passion of mine to help people. So it's like I can do that in my job, and I can do that in my own life, in my own business, in my own ways. It's so rewarding, really. And I know you two have to drop off soon, right? So I just wanted to share. I know that you guys have to go, and I want to hear this as well. Uncle Junior says self-discipline. Planning is important and balancing your personal life and money. Yep, absolutely. He says you have to provide your own health insurance and retirement plan. If you fail to plan, then you're planning to fail. Yeah. And that's what comes with all these things. And that's why we are so passionate about our own businesses as well. So even when others say things that, that are negative, that's why you got to shut off the noise and just keep on moving. Maybe they're not meant to be somebody that you help, or, maybe they're meant for somebody else. Again, not everybody's going to agree with your vision, and that's okay. You know? So true. You're building and you have to provide all those things for yourself versus a company providing it for you. Now you are your own company. So, and we talked about the self, advertising billboard, wearing your own brand and all of that. Absolutely. So important to do those things. And, hey, when you're with your friend who is in a business like Bunny Bean Beauty, or Her Walk is, or whatever it is, even supporting them, in their space, when they're doing their thing, you can wear their brand for their own space, that's one business supporting another, and that's okay. And that's how you support each other, you know
Just wanted
so
to say thank you, Liz, for hosting. Thank you for bringing this to everyone. And yeah, I'm very, very grateful. And thank you also, Yesenia. I appreciate you both. I appreciate everyone also engaging and asking questions and commenting. But yes, I'm sending everyone massive love and light, the best energies. Enjoy the rest of your Saturday. Enjoy Father's Day to all the kings out there, taking care of your children and loving them. Enjoy your day tomorrow and your barbecues. And with this, I step out. And this is Claudia Orozco. Oh, wait, Claudia, oh, your beauty pro, Bunny Me Beauty. Thank you. Oh, make
yeah,
sure to follow me on Instagram,
yeah.
BUNNIMI Beauty. And that's it. That's how you find me everywhere. All right. Bye, guys.
Hi, Claudia, thank you so
Thank
much. Love you.
you.
Happy Father's Day, George.
Thank you. Thank you for him. Thank you. Bye, ladies.
Bye, Claudia. Aw, that was awesome. She is amazing. Talk to me. Still can't hear you. Oh my gosh. So your speaker just decides when to come in and out. Oh, it's okay. It's totally fine. I don't know if you want to hop out and hop back in real quick, before because we just can't hear you. Yeah, okay, cool. Cool, thank you. All right, so Jasenia will be back. Hopefully her mic decides to work. But please don't go anywhere. Dr. Shanita is going to be hopping in soon. She's just finishing up a scene. She's such an amazing person. Who is Dr. Shanita Foster? Okay, let me share a little bit about Dr. Shanita Foster. So Dr. Shanita Foster is a global and United Nations ambassador. She is a reality TV personality. Let's see here. She is oh my gosh, she's an entrepreneur, serial entrepreneur. Let me just let Jasenia in real quick. See if we can hear her. I can hear you.
Can you hear me? Okay, perfect. Okay.
Yay.
So let's see how long I can stick around.
Okay.
If you see me hop off, it's because I had to leave. So
okay, so
on.
as soon as she wraps up the scene that she's currently filming, she says, you just have to give me a moment. I'm filming and literally in the scene. So as soon as she's done, yeah, she'll hop right in. But Yeah, she's amazing though. Can you see how she is? Like, to be able to take the time to just say, hey, listen, I will make it happen. Like, I'm in a scene, I'm in between scenes, I'm gonna happen, and that's the supportive woman that she is. It's amazing. And they're teaching me so much with the way that they live and empower others, and that's support, regardless of what she's doing and who she is and whatever. It's the way that she comes to the table and what she brings to the table and the type of support she brings to the table. So, to introduce her before she comes in, right? Not really exactly sure when she's going to come in, but she's going to come in soon. And so Dr. Shanita Foster, she's an ambassador Dr. Shanita Foster. She's a motivational speaker. She's a best-selling author. She's a global and United Nations ambassador. She's a reality TV personality. She's a serial entrepreneur and double diamond ambassador for Envision You. This woman is amazing, amazing, selfless. Okay. She has done so much for so many children out in Africa as well. She still does, and she continues to do what she does, helping people also with their health and their wealth. And I mean, the support that she gives her people, her team, is like none other. Like, when I tell you, from one day to the next, Dr. Shanita, I dare invite you to my show on Saturday. I can't wait to be on your show. That was the reaction I got. And I was like, awesome. I was like, oh, she's probably going to say, no, she's busy, blah, blah, blah. No, it was, I can't wait to be on your show. And I was like, oh my God, okay. Well, I can't wait to have you on the show, And so, yes, I was introduced to the opportunity that she is a double diamond ambassador of. And I am so excited because literally, I mean, there's so much happening and I can't wait to share that. And anybody that wants to know about it, feel free to reach out to me because this is the right time. This is definitely the right time. Timing is everything. I always believed in that. And if it wasn't, man, I wouldn't have had that personal vision that I ended up having, about myself. I saw myself living it out and I'm like, what? But that built a fire in me that I was just like, I can't wait to share this. And that's exactly how it happened. It was like, share and then inviting her to my show. And before I knew it, and she should be here hopefully very soon. I know she's not, I do not hate her and I'll never hate her. She's amazing. And she's like, don't hate me. No, I don't hate you. So, I don't want to keep you because I know that you may have to go. If you do, it's understandable.
I'll tune in.
Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely.
Yeah, no problem.
Right.
And I'll be, yep.
Yes.
Okay, Mama, I love you, and I'll see you next week.
We'll talk. Yep.
We'll talk to you next week anyway.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. All right, guys. Oh my goodness. I don't know who else in here is an entrepreneur besides Uncle Junior. Anybody else here ever thought about running their own business? Anybody runs their own business, has a business, is curious about running their own business, is curious about that? Anyone? Let me tell you something. It's rewarding. It definitely is. And I know that we spoke last week about, all the reasons, the good, the bad, and hold on one moment. Okay, she said almost. She's almost here. Yeah. So she's like, almost. Okay. So anyhow, so anybody curious at all, I am literally so excited to have this opportunity presented to me. I am so on fire. And I have been, and those who know me know, I've been part of so many different types of stay-at-home businesses. When my husband worked full-time, I did my thing raising the family and, made money in other ways by building businesses, having stay-at-home businesses or home-based businesses, Pampered Chef by Salis, Ocean Avenue. Like I did so much because you got to make a living, and I was home. What else was I going to do with myself? I went into real estate. I was a real estate agent for like 8, 9 years, 10 years. 2002, my license was active until 2010. Yeah, so I was like, for 10 years. I got into the real estate investment. I took a course on that. I took a huge, I, made a huge investment into, a whole program with the real estate guru. And I'm still part of that network. And, it's so rewarding to be able to, and a lot of people who know me know, like, what don't you do? Like, yeah, I have a lot of knowledge. I have worked in, Geico. I've worked in so many different other jobs, but being an entrepreneur has been really something that is my life, that I resonate with, and I love it. I really do. And regardless of my full-time job, I will always do something on the side, which is, for me, for my family. I love that. And, you just always have to have a plan B. You never know what's going to happen in this world anyway, right? So that's definitely something that I continue to strive for. But, is there anybody on Facebook, on LinkedIn, on, YouTube that owns a business, is running a business, wants to run their own business, wants to gain knowledge about making making it an opportunity to do that? Oh man, we had such a good time last night at this event that we went to in Brooklyn, Claudia and I. It was amazing. And so I can only say that I'm excited for what's to come. I'm shocked. Claudia reached out to me and she's like, "This is all you, Liz. This is all you." And I'm like, "What? What?" But she knew what she was talking about, because I've known that girl for so long, and she knows exactly how I am and my energy, and how, like, I'm very like, oh, go-getter. She's a go-getter, and we really match, like, our energies. So that was just amazing. She knew before I even knew, that this was definitely an opportunity for me. And many opportunities have been presented to me, many, but I would put them on, not really into this. I'll check it out. I'll try it out. I'll look into it. I'll do research. Okay, I'll join. I'll look into it. I'll read. Not interested. This was different. And this was brought to me, jumped in blindly. And when I jumped in, it was just like, I didn't even know what I was getting myself into. I really didn't, because I signed up for something that I was, what? And trying to figure out, what did I just do? But you know what? I was like, all right, I don't know what just happened, but it must be meant to be. And just like that, meant to be. Meant to be, because the fire and the passion I have, and I'm so excited. I can't wait to help others do the same thing and then some. It's a life-changing experience, by the way. So I recommend anybody that is curious about it, do reach out to me, and I'll be more than happy to share it. But she's almost done. Let's hope she jumps in here. I'm gonna just let her have her, few minutes, 15 minutes, whatever time she can give, 5 minutes, 10 minutes. That she's wrapping up that scene she's doing. So Dr. Shanita Foster, such an amazing person. I don't know if anybody knows exactly who she is, or just look her up, and I'm sure you'll find out a lot of information. She's such an amazing person, very selfless, though. Love it. And very supportive, and I'm glad that I was able to connect with her. Yeah. So I would like to say, you're all very quiet. I know that Uncle Junior, you've had some amazing episodes on your show. You guys have been watching me since I started off on the Uncle Junior Network, and Uncle Junior does have his own network, as you all know. His is a panel of men. He does shows for men that they speak about topics, right? About, what men go through and men's experiences and what's right for men, what's wrong for men, and all that stuff. And such a great show, because that's how I actually started here. He really basically just one day I jumped on his show. I heard them talking, and I'm like the wrong person to talk about women. So I was like, I'm gonna have to get my own channel and speak on the women's side of things. All the things. He says all the things, just like that, all the things. But amazing show, because really, as a woman, I learn a lot from watching his show, and I learn a lot about the men and how they think, and all of that. And they also get feedback from us women that do watch his shows. There's so many of us that do watch his show as well, and we give feedback and all of that. So very, very awesome show. So I recommend you all look him up on YouTube as well, the Uncle Junior Network, and do tune into his shows and watch, because what are you guys talking about next week, Uncle Junior? Let's see. Did she just message me? Oh, she's almost done. Okay. So let's see. What did you say? What are you guys talking about? There are different perspectives. I can never see life from a woman's view. That is very true. Men in general can never see life from a woman's point of view, because men and women function differently. And so his show focuses on men, right? We are doing oh, that's right. Right. Yes, because you're coming up on a year. So you're going to do that whole focus on all the topics that you guys have discussed throughout the year. Are you guys going to throw me in there at all? I'm just kidding. You don't have to. When they launched me on their show, actually, in February. My first show was just launched on their show as an introduction, and I took it from there. So the following show was on his channel, and I was on his channel for like 2 months, and then he was like, all right, Liz, get ready. You're going to be on your own soon. It's going to be good. I know. I can't wait. All right. Well, if you do decide and you want to throw me on there as part of, at least a 5-minute thing, for the launch of the women's side of things, that's fine. But, of course, I do all different topics as well. It's not just women's point of views. I just do life in general. So we've had series, domestic violence series. I've had this going since February. So we've had different series on. I think we also did one on mental health last month in May for Mental Health Awareness Month. We did 2-week series, and then we took a mental health hiatus. I remember that one. Starting on it tonight. Okay, cool. Well, let me know if you do decide that, because I'll give you like 5 minutes. I mean, if you want 5 minutes of, when we launched Liz's show, Unleashing Empathetic Conversations, that was Uncle Junior. He produced it, and now I'm hands-on my own show. So amazing. And all thanks to you. So I appreciate you. Oh my goodness. Well, what is a topic that you would like to hear on Unleashing Empathetic Conversations? What is one topic that you would like to hear being discussed? Like anything. A woman's perspective of something that men talk about, or that men would like to know? Is there anything like that? Or is there anybody that is watching that would like to hear about a specific topic? Because I take that seriously. I would love to do a show on something that you want to hear about. you know, we have a Facebook group called Unleashing Empathetic Conversations. And I recommend you all look for it on Facebook, Unleashing Empathetic Conversations. Join it, answer the questions. We like to get to know the people in the group. I'm going to be going live in there soon as well. But that group, I want to hear, they're not engaging much, but I definitely want to hear what y'all want to talk about, because that's what I'm here for, right? I have so many other topics that we have on the table ready to be spoken about, but I would love to hear what you guys would like to hear. You know, is there something in particular? As you know, we're faith-based women as well, so we also have made shows regarding church, domestic violence in the church, you know, imposter syndrome. That's thank you, baby. So imposter syndrome, that's a good one. I'm gonna actually put that one down in my notes, because that's gonna be a decent one as well. Let me put that down in my next meeting agenda. And I know somebody wanted to do blended families. So that's actually a good one, because that's also my life experience as well. So imposter syndrome. One. Thank you for sharing that, babe. Yeah, I'm going to do that one. I'm going to write down blended families, because somebody wanted to hear about that one, blended families. Okay. Feel free to share. Like, are there any important topics that you would like to hear spoken about on Unleashing Empathetic Conversations? I will take it. I will speak to my girls. We will definitely do that. We do have some topics coming up, but regardless, we want to know what you guys want to hear, because we want to be able to do what you guys want to hear about as well. We definitely do. And please feel free to like, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell, click all notifications so you get the notifications when I go live. I'll be going live a little bit more often. What else? So blended families, imposter syndrome. Let's see. Throw something else at me. I'm just waiting for Dr. Shanita Foster, guys. So I appreciate your patience. Don't go anywhere. I don't want you to miss it. She is worth the wait. She is worth the wait. I'm the only cheerleader here. My girls had to step off, right? But they'll be back. They'll be back. Well, they'll be back next week, but Dr. Shanita Foster will be here. Let's see. So, Uncle Junior, is there a topic that men you think would be interested in hearing a woman's point of view on? Because I know you guys talk about the things that you can, you know, understand as a man, right? Yes, she is, Jasenia. You know she's worth the wait. That's so funny. Hashtag. The power of the pack. Oh, yes. You actually brought that to me a while ago. So, yes, BB actually said to me, Liz, you should go live. Oh my gosh, this was like, how long ago was this? You said that to me. You said you should go live, and you should like talk about like, you know, women empowering women or something like that. I remember you said that to me. That just brought me back. Let me put that on. I'm gonna actually copy paste that because well, the power of the pack, women supporting women. Yes, I'm gonna type that. That's awesome. Yes, women supporting women. Sorry, guys. I love my little keyboard typewriter. I love that. That's awesome. I know she has said that to me one time, and I was like, oh, I should do that. But I think I shied away from it. I don't know why. And then in January, I think it was when I stepped into Uncle Junior's show, And I was like, I got to do a woman's side of this show. And he's like, let's do it. But he didn't take like no for an answer. He was like, let's do it. I could produce your show. I'm like, really? And just like that. Oh my God. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. They absolutely do. The Proverbs 31 women, do they still exist? Girl, you are 100% correct. She says, and here you are. It's all about divine timing. And I said it earlier, timing is everything. Everything. Yes, thank you, B. Thank you. You saw it in me years ago. And yes, God is good. That for a show top, the Proverbs 31 women, do they still exist? Okay. I agree. Let me put that down as well. The Proverbs 31 women. 32, 31 women. I like that. I do like that. That's a really good topic. And you know, I've done the show on I think I did a show on the relationship with God versus your relationship with the church. I did a show on that. That was back in, I think it was February, right? February or March. Yeah, I did a show on that. That was a really good show. I mean, shows have gotten a little bit week by week, just a little bit better. But I do have to say, like, that was a good show, a little controversial, you know, because that topic is sensitive as well for some people. But yeah, that's a great topic. Thank you. Thank you for sharing. Thank you, BB. Thank you, Uncle Junior. Jasani, what do you think? Do you have a topic in mind? I know you're listening. Let's see. Let me see. Isabella, are you watching? Isabella's my little sister. I love that girl. Isabella, if you're watching, listen. Is there a show topic you want to hear about? Yeah, it was, right, Jasania? It was. It was a really good show. She says, yeah, the relationship between, you know, you and the church and you and God, that was so good. Show topic. What good women bring to the table. That would be different from the Proverbs 31 women. Do they still exist, right? I know, right? That's well, you know, his show is all men, right? And they talk about all these topics that only men can resonate with, and they don't understand a women's perspective because they're not women. So yeah, I think it would be good. And I'm sure that they would like to hear a woman's perspective, you know, in certain areas and certain things. I'm all about it. Let's do it. Just Honey was like, yeah, he is challenging us. Let me do that. Isabella, don't be shy. You just type. Do we need to bring it, Uncle Junior? You are being double challenged right back. He said he is. She said, right, do we need to bring it? Uh-oh, Uncle Junior getting in. And Jasania, yes, he is. I challenge the men too. He does. He does on his own show. That's crazy. You guys gotta, you know, well, for his show though, just I'm gonna say rated PG-13. Right? Rated PG-13 or a little older? Mature audience? I don't know. Let's see. I want to write that down because he's what good women bring to the table. Let me type that in here. I like that topic. This is good. Good stuff. Good stuff. He said PG-13 and R at times. Yup. Agreed. Agreed. So watch it. Your kids can't go on that show. Jasenia agrees highly. Let me see. Maybe she's texting me. Maybe she's not. Isabella. I know she's watching. She probably doesn't want to share what she wants to hear about. She's shy. So let me see here. I think she's got yeah, she does. Okay. She'll be here soon, guys. She's got the link. All right. So let's see. This is good. We talked about control versus leadership a few weeks ago. Some of these married dudes do not know the difference. Yep, you're 100% right about that. And I think I might have watched a little bit of that show. I haven't been. Yup, men are supposed to lead, not control. Yes. Yes and yes. And I think we also talked a little bit about those things that were, that do happen. And we talked about it as far as, the domestic violence series. We had mentioned some of that. We had mentioned it also when we talked about domestic violence in the church, where that's not really spoken about. Really, really, really good topic. That's so true. So control versus leadership. I see. Now that gives me an idea. What about Dr. Shanita? Okay. I'm sorry. I'm responding to them right now. All right, guys. So she's still filming, is what I'm hearing. Let me see. And okay. Let me see what she says, because I know they got her in a scene right now. Okay. I apologize, guys. She is still filming. Let me see if she's able to make it. I know you guys have been waiting. I don't want to disappoint anybody. She is just, she's a very busy lady, and she is in the middle of filming. So and like I said, she makes time, just doesn't know when, she just got caught in the middle of a scene. But I want to read this. Okay. So control versus leadership, because that's a good topic. And we did talk about that. Men are supposed to lead, not control. There's definitely a difference between the two. True men lead, and the ones that are not true. Does that mean they're not true if they control? Or maybe they just have certain issues? I just kind of expanding on that. I like that. And what does it look like to be led by a man versus being controlled? Okay. What does it look like? This is good. What does it look like versus being controlled? I like that. Nice. You guys are really giving me lots to think about here. Yeah, true men do lead. But I'm gonna just put it out there because I'm sure that people do say and wonder, right? Like, so what does it mean? Um, okay, so being led versus being controlled by your man. I'm gonna put that sort of like together with that other one. Yeah. I'm gonna go for that. Yeah. Same as yours, just shortened 100%. That's why I said I'm gonna put that together. Yes, that's good. Well, if they control, there's a lack of truth in their being a man. He's a male. Is he a man? He's a boy. Yeah. Men are grown. Boys are not. So I would say he's a boy. Still immature, right? And just doesn't know. Okay. All right. All right. So I'm just speaking to Dr. Shanita. Dr. Shanita's people. Okay, guys. So let's just, okay, so Dr. Shanita, unfortunately, and please don't be upset. I know you guys waited and waited and waited and waited, but I think that we had a good conversation because this is good. We need this. So she's not going to be able to make it today. She asked if I can reschedule only because they are filming and it is for TV. So what did she say? Oh, and you know how it is, they're repeating scenes and she hasn't been able to get out of it. She's been in it for a while and she doesn't want to keep me waiting, but I don't want to keep her waiting and I don't want to keep you guys waiting. And so, yes, unfortunately, she did have to not cancel, but reschedule on, and that's okay. Listen, I understand. I told you she's a very busy lady. She's, I look her up. That's all I'm gonna say. Look her up. Dr. Shanita Foster. Shanita with a C. So let's see. We can end the show soon. Just let me see what we got here. Yeah, I mentioned that, right? Being a boy. All right. Well, you guys are great. You really are. And I appreciate you guys chilling, hanging out with me, spending extra time with me on the show, right? Just chit-chatting. This is good. I love it. We can have conversations like this too. Maybe one day I'll just get on and just have open dialogue. I love that. So we can have an open dialogue, maybe about any little topic you guys would like. And I will be going and doing other things too. Besides the panel, I'll probably be jumping on and sharing some things or, kind of different types of topics or stories and stuff. Because again, I just happened to go through a process where I pretty much went through a revamping of my business. So I put Bridge Over Troubled Waters. It's not so much on hold, but it's kind of like the third aspect of my coaching business. So I have decided to start with, those who know me know that I am a huge domestic violence advocate due to the fact that I am a survivor of domestic violence. And as a survivor of domestic violence, I've always had a huge passion for domestic violence victims and families. So I want to focus on domestic violence at the moment. So I have now decided to bring one of my other, I have a three-part business. So I put the first part to be from victim to victor, a Maxwell transformation. That's my coaching business. That is for domestic violence victims and families, helping them get on their feet and, well, helping them, coaching them through the process from victim to victor, right? To become survivors as they get out, as they come out of it and get out of that control. And we were just talking about control. So that's the coaching aspect of my business, which is going to lead to the rehabilitation portion of my business. That's for another day. I'll touch on that. But that rehabilitation portion is going to be amazing. And then the third aspect of that is the bridge over troubled waters, which is coaching them in new relationships and coaching people in relationships, victims and survivors of domestic violence that have been rehabilitated and have new relationships, down the line, and coaching them to successful relationships. And pretty much the same with any relationship. So I will also expand that to other marriages and relationships. I just feel like it's my calling. I have felt that for many years. When we go through our own life experiences and, instead of cracking or falling apart, you grow through it. You realize, what your calling is. And I just feel like it's just my calling. So that's what I'm doing. And so I'm putting all of that together slowly but surely. And if you or somebody is a victim of domestic violence, please know that there is help. There is help. I'm here. There's also the National Domestic Violence Hotline. Please, and trust me, safety and security is key. So we understand that. Now that's why I have changed that. And I just wanted to explain that to you because I know last week I came in like, founder of, and I didn't say bridge over troubled waters like I usually do. So I wanted to share this. And so moving forward, I just wanted to share that. And so I'm going to be sharing and doing videos on my coaching, my curriculum, and all those things. So please don't hesitate to reach out. And if you know somebody, feel free to reach out to me. Please know that domestic violence is your business. As much as everybody wants to mind their business, you could save a life. So don't mind your business. Please jump in and save a life. Silence breeds violence. Let's break that silence. It's imperative. Okay? So I want to thank everybody that has tuned in today on Facebook, on LinkedIn, and on YouTube. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for sharing. I look forward to seeing you all next week, right back here, live on Facebook, live on YouTube, live on LinkedIn, every Saturday at 7 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. We will be here. Next week, not exactly sure which one of these amazing topics I'm going to pick, but we are going to have an amazing topic. And we will have Dr. Shanita Foster. We will. I'm going to have her on. She's coming. She had to reschedule because she's still filming, but she's coming on. So if I have her on next week, then what I'm going to do next week is, instead of one of these amazing topics, I will probably do what I'm probably going to do is talk about the opportunity that I jumped into, and I hope that you guys would all want to hear about it and be interested in it because, man, if you want a life-changing experience, this is it. This is the time. So I will let you all go. Thank you all for hanging with me here. It's been so much fun. Thank you, Jasenia. Thank you, Claudia. Thank you, Uncle Junior. Thank you, BB. I love you all. And everyone else that has been tuning in, I appreciate you. I am here for you. This is why I do what I do. Liz, your empathetic coach, from victim to victor. I'll see you all next week. Have a great evening. Oh my gosh, what happened to this? Sorry, guys. I'll just have to say have a great evening again. All right, guys, take care.